But there are builders out there who are really keen into learning about the best practice and actually apply it into their work.
Yeah.
So that the homeowners benefit from not just building a house that doesn't leak water, doesn't leak air. It's actually a home that they can enjoy and have a peace of mind. And those are the people I love to service.
Yeah, it's. I've had exposures to builders, and I have a couple of cool stories there. I'll start with this case study. So we did our first SB12 building package for the builders, and for those of you that, for our viewers, just a quick overview of SB12. So that's this. Actually, why don't you tell everyone about SB12 prescriptive and performance?
Okay.
Because I think that's, and I think it's important to talk about SB12 performance and prescriptive is that it's could probably be not here in about a year, and I think we have used it as a transition step to kind of align the builders with our services as it pertains to conducting blower door tests, air sealing best practices, considerations to Energy Star homes, and just maybe later to net zero. And I felt like that SB12 performance and them avoiding installing a domestic hot water system or them having window to wall ratio more than 22%, it's just kind of like the gateway for them to consider other energy efficiency measures within the codes and just building more energy efficient home.
Yeah. Okay, so SB12, that's one of the main things I service as well. We probably have about 50% of our builders doing SB12 performance.
That's correct.
And when I say SB12 performance, that's the supplementary, bulletin for the energy efficiency of homes in Ontario, Part 9 homes, so low-rise residential, 600 square meters and less, all that good jazz that's on, Energen's challenging exam. So in order for you to build a home, you have to meet a certain energy efficiency requirement in Ontario. And there's really two ways to go about it in general. One is you pick a pre-prescribed package and you meet every little, all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, all that requirement is met, then that's the prescriptive path.
Fixed menu, a la carte.
Menu, that's right.
Building package 4A, probably the common one.
It'll be like A1.
Yeah.
It's the package, it's the new package J. That's how we say it. So most likely, like 95% of the people in Ontario was building to A1. That's the package where it's only no continuous insulation on the above grade wall. So the most cost-effective package again, right?
Yeah.
So that's why builders love using it. That's like package J back in the 2012 days. And then there's the prescriptive path, which involves energy modeling. Now, it's really just, putting a set of design into an energy simulation software to generate how much energy you're using. And there's many people that can do that and many software out there that's using it. We only use HOT 2000 because that's what NRCan, Natural Resources Canada, uses. They maintain it. They developed it. 1982, long time ago. The DOS version, I've seen it once, but man, that's back in the days.
You've seen HOT 2000 DOS version?
Yes, I have.
You're one of the very few.
Yeah. My ex-boss was a pioneer in this field, so I learned so much from him. I'm very grateful to be learning under his wings back in the days. So when do you do prescriptive? When do you use performance? For people who doesn't want to learn, they just want to do their job and continue their life the way it was, for the last 30 years. Prescriptive path is the best option for them. They want to change, go ahead. That's good. But for people who actually wants to understand about energy efficiency, cost optimization, performance, value engineering, then performance path is the way that we would like to show how you can build a house different. You can still achieve energy efficiency without breaking the bank. And that's what performance will allow you to actually entertain.
It's funny. Like in spirit, I agree with what you just said. I think it's about learning. I think it's about really untapping that knowledge for the benefits of occupant comfort and durability and resiliencies, and then obviously energy savings and saving the planet. But what we have experienced is that the builders that we have came across, like my first project of SP12 performance was literally like this. The architectural firm and the mechanical engineering firm, they thought they didn't. They thought they actually put in the application in as part of prescriptive, and then without knowing, they just assumed that the builder is going to install domestic hot water heat recovery system. The builder has never installed a domestic hot water heat recovery system. They're planning to do 150 units, and then when it comes to building inspections and when it comes to the first level and getting the permits, they're like, where are your domestic hot water heating systems? And then the builder was like, oh, we weren't aware that we had to do it. And then there was a bit of a scramble in terms of what other avenues should they consider to make this project approved for moving forward. And then enter SP12 performance. And I think the premise there was around builders. You work within parameters that you understand, and within these parameters that you understand, if your products that you're installing is energy efficient enough, you may not need to undertake the installation of a domestic hot water recovery system in this particular case. So we did an analysis, and I think the turning point on that particular project was that under the building package, you need to have an ER rating of a 25 for the windows. They were going with ER rating of 34 and higher.
Amazing.
And I'm going to talk about ER and U value too, because I have mixed feeling about that.
This is going to take a day now.
No, but it's good. And then in that particular cases, we're like, hey, listen, domestic hot water recovery in the great scheme of energy efficiency is quite minimal. And if we model your home based on your superior ER of 34, your home is energy efficient enough. Actually, it's more energy efficient than prescriptive, and therefore you go. And I think from our perspective, we actually got the builder's ear. Like we got the builder's ear. It's like, oh wow, like you're actually saving me time and money. And then that was the gateway. That was our way in. And then they're sending us questions. Should we go with XPS, 3 inches, or should we go with XPF, this inches on the outsides? Now we're positioning ourselves with the subject matter experts, bringing in more value. But our foot in the door was, let me show you how you can save time and money. And then now they're asking us about solar ready. Now they're asking us about drain water heat recovery systems that is back on the safety. And now they're talking to us about like the most up to date like water management techniques around how to get the water away from the house. And now we're having those really in-depth building knowledge discussions. And honestly, for me, I feel like building knowledge is all about educating people not to do dumb things. And once you understand heat, air, and moisture and how they move, it's just a question of mitigating those elements in a way that, you really set up the home for success, and you're reducing the cost. And when I'm talking cost, I'm not talking about not the upfront cost. I'm talking about total cost. And that's another thing that people are not factoring in, right? The cost of the warranty and the maintenance that comes way after the install. So, yeah, I mean, that's this SP12 performance has kind of opened up this door to even to start the conversations with the builders. We do a lot of works on the retrofit market, and we'll have energy advisors coming up to us and they're like, hey, Hamed, I want to get into the new constructions. And my first thing is like, listen, you really got to up your knowledge. Because if you think you're going to go in front of a builder and do what you have done with a homeowner, he's a builder. He knows way more than you. You really have to elevate your knowledge in a way where you can have fruitful discussions within the parameters that he understands. Because you got 2 minutes at top, and the minute he senses that you don't know what he feels like you don't know what you're talking about, he will ask you to leave the office. And I think that, I mean, we'll talk about it a little bit more. I would love to kind of get your perspective of how you see the talent. I feel like there's a huge gap in terms of elevating the knowledge of advisors to a level where they can sit in front of a builder and convince them that they can bring in value. And we've been able to do that with SP12 performance, and now the conversation has opened up for them to listen to it. So, and I think like I'd love to kind of get your perspective on like when you're talking to onboarding new builders, do you feel the market being the same way, and how are you and what kind of advice do you give to people that kind of want to make the transition? I always tell people, do retrofit first, kind of get your EnerGuide rating systems, become an energy advisor, and then make the transition to new construction. Because once you walk into new constructions, you know those 2 exams that you have written, grab those 2 exams, times them by 100, and the knowledge that you need to have needs to be at that level that you can have those fruitful discussions.
Passing the exam is just the beginning, man. Learning doesn't stop if you want to keep doing this job and do it well.
Especially in new construction, absolutely.
There's always new products coming in. You talked about cost, right? I mean, honestly, everybody will have that discussion. You know, how much does it cost? You know, it's not that they don't know, you know, like they don't know what else to ask other than that. That's the first question. Like, so because they don't know enough to ask more intelligent questions. They'll say, "What does how much do you cost?
What is your? They see you as an overhead."
Exactly. And then I say, actually, you know what? I'm an investment for you. I make you money by hiring us. That's my first response. I don't cost you money. I actually make you money. And here's how I make you money. Just exactly what you said. Save you time, save you money. And guess what? I can even make your building construction, your quality of your construction even better.
Right.
We at A&J, we don't just do energy simulation. We actually sell as a package. So we do site training, we do blow door testing, we do on-site evaluation, verification, and we do energy modeling. So for people who just want to, like, you mentioned about the drain water heat recovery where you can save it because you do better on your ER rating and all that. It's true, you can do that, no problem. But that's not our business model. Our business model is to help the builders to actually build a better product and be able to cut some costs down at the same time. Because we want to not just save them some pocket money, but also their name, and then also, things that people who's actually leaving the home, they want a good home too. Right now, the Ontario Building Code doesn't require blow door testing, unless you claim an air tightness credit. For those who understands what I'm talking about, basically, they assume your house is some air tightness, right?
Right.
For building code, for detached houses, it's 3 air change, and for attached homes, it's 3.5. But it's not verified. So it's like your kids saying, "Oh, Dad, I got 100% on my exam. Can you buy me this gift?" Okay, yeah. Show me your mark. No, it's good. You don't have to verify it. Like, it's good. Like, that's how it goes right now.
That's
So
that's like the best analogy on ACH 3.0 that I've ever got so far.
So for me, it's like, no, that's not good enough. You got to show Daddy that you actually got 100%, and then we got to verify. Right. So that's what we do for builders. They can't just say I'm the best builder in the world. We actually do a report. We actually go on site. If you go to our website, you'll see our best air change champion for every month. Right. And we show people that by doing something that's just a little bit different than normal practice. And we're not asking you to break the bank either. It's by paying a little bit attention to your detail. Then you can make a huge difference. I keep saying this to my builders. Air tightness, it carries 90 to 100 times more moisture content compared to vapor diffusion. That means how much vapor or moisture that's going through your wall. Right. That's the layman's term. And if you can resolve the air leakage issue, then you don't have any mold or moisture problem in your walls.
I think you hit it on the nail. I think air tightness, it's less about house being tight, and it's more about making sure that the moisture does not get into the house to begin with, and then just kind of minimize that from a durability perspective. And I think that was one of the eye-opener things that I'm learning as it pertains, as I'm going through the courses offered by Inner Quality and Building Knowledge.